Welcome to the last lesson of this module. That is how to set up payment gateway on your store. This is the last lesson, and the topic is disputes and refund management. So you understand that there is no way you can do it to make sure that you satisfy all your customer. So there may be sometimes that disputes may arise and needs for refund came up. So with this, we need to let you know how to manage all this situation whenever you face any of it. Uh, in this under this topic, so after the lesson, I'm expecting you to understand the process of disputes and type of disputes, how to resolve a chargeback issue, what kind of evidence should you provide to decline a chargeback, uh, a bad sample receipt, and a great receipt. So, yeah, the first topic here is that how to understand the dispute process. A dispute occurs when a card holder contacts their card issuer bank and demands to have their money returned. Disputes are a function of the card network intended to protect cardholder from fraudulent activities. So we can't deny the reality that there are a lot of fraudulent activities going on the internet. So the reason to protect the customers or your users or the card holders is on the high. So that is the reason why bank that issues the bank give opportunity to all the holders to be able to claim back whatsoever money or amounts that goes out from their accounts without their authorization. So whenever you sell any products to any of your customer and they were not satisfied with it, they can request for a refund. So disputes may arise for a number of reasons that include not as described. That is, where the cardholder claims to have never received the goods debited but not valued, or the goods were materially different from their expectation. So, if for example I had a story where a consumer ordered for a phone, by the time the phone will arrive, it was only phone cover. So, phone cover, not phone. So, and he thought that he was buying phone, but the merchant was selling phone cover. So, in a situation like that, there is going to be the person have all every right or every opportunity to make to request for a refund that it is not what he requested for that that was delivered to him. Secondly, is that not recognized. So, where the card holder has no recollections of what they charge in their bank statements related to. So, they just got a debited bank statement given to them as alert, but they were not really clear about the product or services by which the money was deducted for. So the person can approach their bank and request for refund or report it as a fraud, or you can go directly to the payment gateway and the payment gateway will contact the merchants, process how to charge the person back and refund the money back to the affected person. The third one is fraud. In a case of fraud where the card holder claimed they did not authorize the purchase, example is their card information was stolen and used fraudulently. When you did not authorize any payment, you just got an alert in your account, then you have the right to approach your bank and report the case to them that so amount was deducted from your account and you are not authorized it, you are not buying anything regarding to that. So your bank will take the necessary step so that your money can be recovered back to you. So lastly here is admin error. This one is common and it has happened to me sometimes. There was a time I used a paystack to process field on my platform and I just got an alert from paystack that so amount, I think it should be around 5,000 naira was disbursed to my bank account. And as at then, I was not really selling. The program has ended already. So I have to head over to my dashboard on Paystack to check outcomes about the issue. And I got the name and the number of that person. Immediately I called the person that, did you get a debit alert from your account? He said yes. I said how much? He says 5,000. I said okay, don't worry. So it was an error, and I tried to send back the money to him, though not with the processing fee. I told him clearly that I can't send the processing fee because I'm not benefiting anything from it. So I send the remaining amount to the person immediately. And something like that also happened at least 2 or 3 more times. And I tried to refund the person. At the same time, I got uh, a refund request from Paystack of which I did not debited the person. So I stand to clear myself and the issue was resolved. So I think you understand this. So you can go through this one, the card holder, issuer, acquirer, merchant, and so on and so forth. So secondly, the second topic is type of dispute. We have two major type of disputes while selling online. The first one is chargeback and the second one is fraud claim. So the chargeback is usually occur when the customer paid for a product or services and did not get the value for that service, but had his bank account debited by you. So the merchant for that service, you are the merchant, your system debited the person, and at the same time the product or services was not delivered, or in a situation by which you are running a membership program and maybe the person did not want the has tried to end his account on your platform, but at the same time your system continue to charge the person at the end of the month. So the person can approach his bank, and then your payment gateway will send back, will charge you back and send back the money to the person. So secondly is about the fraud. When an authorized transaction is made using a customer's payment information by a bad actor. Fraud is a major reason why the customer can raise a dispute at their bank. So you understand this. When the customers go to the bank, so that shows that he's trying to retrieve any amounts being charged from his account unauthorized. But when any customer is dealing directly with you as the merchant online and such unfortunate happen to them, they have your email with them, they can contact you at any time and let you know, or they contact your payment gateway. So the third one is how to resolve a chargeback issue. You can respond to chargeback from your paystack or any payment gateway dashboard you use on this on the dispute page. So all of them has their dispute page. So whenever you are being queried for something like this, you head over directly to your dashboard, you check it out So then you decide either to accept the claim or to decline the claim. So here are what it means to do elder. The first is that if you want to accept the chargeback, so this means you successfully received the customer payment but did not provide the services or the products the customer paid for. This can be for several different reasons due to technical issue or human error. So when you accept a chargeback, you allow for the fund to be deducted from your payouts and reversed to the customer's bank account. I've explained that to you and it has happened to me in the past. So when you accept it, you understand that you are really at fault. Maybe it is because of your system, because of the software you use or whatsoever. So you allow the payment gateway to charge you and send the money back. So the chargeback, where will it come from? It will come from the excess of the payout the customers were paying into your account there. So instead of disbursing to your personal account, your payment gateway will send the exact amount the affected person is requesting for, we send it back to him. The second one is declaring the chargeback. This means you successfully receive the customer's payments and have provided services or deliver the products to the customer. So to justify this, you will need to upload a form of evidence to support your claim, such as a receipt or invoice, anything that proof values was provided. So you understand that in a situation that someone purchased anything from your online store and you have delivered the product at the same time and the person tried to request for refund or whatsoever or claiming that he did not receive the product or services, so you can present the receipt of the payment the person made. You know, the copy was sent to the person when he was purchasing the product or services. Then the same copy is reserved with you as customer in your WooCommerce platform. So you send that same receipt, you screenshot it, you download it as PDF, you send it to your payment gateway to settle the query. So or whatsoever that proof value was delivered to the consumer. So if the evidence is not sufficient enough, Paystack or whatever payment gateway you use will automatically accept the chargeback. If your proof of evidence is not sufficient enough, they won't listen to you again because they do not want anybody to rubbish their platform. So they will charge the money directly in your account and send uh, to the person. Let us move further. So what kind of evidence should you provide to claim a chargeback? The first thing here, so this very depends depending on the type of business you are into. So as different business give values in various ways. So however, whatever documents you upload as evidence should have the following. So whatever business you are into, but there are some most important things that are supposed to appear on the evidence paper you present to defend yourself. The first of this is the name of the customer who initiated the transaction as stated in their identification documents. The name of the person must be clear on your. That is the reason why you have to make it very important that your customer submit their name before they make any purchase on your platform. Secondly, the disputed and transaction amount. So if the person is asking for 10,000 naira, you should be able to prove that really the transaction is 10,000 or it's not up to 10,000, it is 5,000 or it is 9,000 naira. You should be able to present that through the document. Then thirdly, the first six and the last four digits of the card used to make the payment for card transaction. If it is card transaction, so you should be able to present the card. And at this junction, I want you to understand that you are not writing, you are not typing anything and sending it. So because you can type anything you like. So you have to present the copy of the receipt that the customer received when he was making the transaction on your platform. So the date the disputed then sum was successfully paid and received by you. Let the date be there, the date and the time. Then the last is a brief description of the service or service delivered to the person. So the description, if it is car, describe the car, the name of the car, the model of the car, the chassis numbers and whatsoever you write, it must be there. Also the color of the number, you let it be on the receipt. So the qualities of your receipt is highly depend on the KYC, that is know your customers requirements you set for your business, like what I've just said earlier. So it is important. So allowing your user to complete their KYC is not optional on your website. It is important because a day like this can come up, you'll be able to defend yourself. You know whom you are really dealing with. So which is strong KYC system in place. With a strong KYC system in place, so you'll be able to identify who you are transacting with and provide accurate information about them if the need arises. So I present some samples here. So let's switch over to see it. This, you can see this receipt, I name it a bad receipt, though I tried to get all this information directly from the pay stack so that we can be able to show you the right to guide you rightly. You can see the payment information, transaction references. This is the references. Transaction amount 41,000. Transaction status successful. Payment type, bank card, service detail, airtime purchase. The person purchase an airtime. But why is it being called a bad receipt? So this type of receipt is not acceptable because it contains no information that can identify the customer. So how are you proving to your inquirer that the person that is requesting for a refund is one you are referring to here? His name is not there, his email address is not there, mobile number is not there, the number of cards, the ATM card he used is not there. So it is bad and it is not acceptable and untenable in any law court. So, but this one is great. Why is it great? Can you see the name now? Great receipt. It is John Smith. John Smith at email.com. Then the phone number follows. So here you can see transaction references, transaction amount, currency type, that is Naira. Then transaction status, successful transaction date is there. Then payment type, bank card, card number is there, then services detail, airtime, purchase. So this is great receipt to be presented as evidence because it contains even more details information on the purchase beyond the customer's information. You understand that it contains customer's name, currency type, email address, transaction date, mobile number, and card number. So it is good. This is a lesson for everyone that is trying to put something put his business on the internet. So you are not just collecting in the users information, you are collecting it for so many reasons, and one of the reasons is to defend yourself when a case like this arises. And lastly, I thought what we have covered so far is I think you have understand the dispute process, the type of payment disputes, how to resolve a chargeback issue, what kind of evidence should you provide to decline a chargeback, a bad receipt, and a great receipt. So I want to thank you for your time as you are switching over to the